Okay, Sagittarius. So what I'm hearing for your spread is finding a new way, finding a new direction. And for some of you, this has to do with deep reflection. Okay, so this is what I'm getting from your spread. So for the Nine of Wands, there's so many wands here on the ground. It looks like she's tried those out, but it just burnt out. It fizzled. Nothing came from it. She only has this one and this one left, okay? And to me, this is talking about something not working. You've tried it the same way over and over and over again, the same sort of method. It's not working. With the Ace of Swords above, I feel like you find a new method, and that's what I'm getting from there. You find a new method. You find your new method of doing things. Interesting. Yes, your. Keyword your. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. So to me, this girl is being attacked, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be any kind of violence per se, but it could be like, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Here's our opinion. Okay? But this is you finding your own method, right? Your method. I'm also getting from the Seven of Wands, we're moving away from people in our lives that maybe criticize us or hold us down in some way, shape, or form, negative talk, okay? And then with the Ten of Cups, I feel like you're finding community or you're finding the support system, okay? There's definitely some sort of support system here that's going to help you blossom. There's like something changes in you, like a light turns on. You have the Five of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here is there's something there, like you're seeing the light. You're finding what you were looking for is what I'm hearing. You're finding what you were looking for. So this is going to be different for all of you, obviously, Sagittarius, but definitely with the Arrow card on the bottom of the deck. Finding direction, and that's what we were talking about near the beginning. Finding that direction, finding your own direction. It's funny because some of your cards, I'm like, these don't make sense. And my guides are always like, it doesn't need to make sense, Jenna. Your journey doesn't need to make sense. What you choose, what method you choose, doesn't need to make sense to you, and it doesn't need to make sense to anyone else. But if it feels right, then do it. Okay? If it feels right, then do it. An example that they're giving me is like having a kid without getting married first. Who said that you had to get married before you had a kid? Doing things out of the conventional order, doing things differently than the norm, right? Learning how to paint in your own way instead of taking art classes, doing it yourself and figuring it out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's your own method of doing something, right? Your own way of doing something. And whatever this is, you're going to be successful in it. You have the Nine of Cups, right? She's at peace and she's building her empire. She's building her life. One cup at a time. But for some of you, this takes some deep reflection. It doesn't have to be super deep, but it's asking yourself the right questions. Why isn't this method working for me? What method should I be trying? What could I be doing? You have a journal in this card. So for some of you, this might be doing some reflection and journaling. But it doesn't matter if it makes sense to you or to anybody else, Sagittarius, as long as it feels good for you. Now, I am seeing you have the Mother Earth card. So to me, this is about creation. Birthing a new reality is what I'm hearing. You also have the Coffin card. So the end of the old way and the beginning of the new way. Okay. For some of you, you might be finding out that you're pregnant or that your partner is pregnant or that, you know, if you're adopting, there's a new member of the family But there's something here. A stroke of inspiration I'm hearing. A stroke of inspiration that changes everything. Using your intuition to determine your next move, but you need to put something down first. You need to put the old way down first because it's not serving you. That's what this card means. It's not serving you. Focus on the light. Focus on your intuition. Okay, yeah. So they're like, okay, this card doesn't fit anymore. We're going to put that away. We're going to clear that clutter, Sagittarius. The privileged lady, I don't know why she's there. I don't know. But I just saw 555 in the camera, and that means big changes. Okay, big changes for you, Sagittarius, when we clear the clutter. So we're just going to get rid of that because that doesn't serve us at all. But a stroke of inspiration. Interesting. My guys keep just wanting me to put the cards, like collect some of the cards that just, you know, clean it up. All right, so that's what they're saying. We're getting rid of what no longer serves you, right? We're going to get rid of the old way of doing things. And that can be in your life and in this world. Because honestly, some of the old ways that we do things, like some of the traditions, I'm like, where did this stem from and why do we even do this? And this is weird, right? Hopefully this isn't a tacky example, but this is what they're giving me. I recently went to a wake, and the person, obviously, like, you have the dead person and the open casket, and then the family sitting right next to it or standing right next to them. And I'm like, why do we do this? This is weird. And I guess for some people it's closure, but for me, I don't really want to see them that way. You know what I mean? Like, I want to remember them as they were. Okay? So why do we do that? Reflection. Okay. Questioning why we do things. Not only in this world, obviously, but why do you do things? You know, if you're noticing certain patterns, Sagittarius, or certain habits that you have, why do you do that? Right? Why do you do that? And from that self-awareness, we can birth a new reality, a new world for you. Okay? But we need to take that time. Okay. We need to take that time to question. And you won't have to work hard at this. It will come up. It will pop up. And it will just be a thought like, why am I doing it this way? Well, because everyone else does it this way, but why do I have to do that way? You don't. You absolutely don't. Okay? With the coffin beside the family room, so what they're making me feel with this is honoring someone in a different way. Okay? My friend, so they recently had somebody important in their life die, and someone in the family didn't go to their funeral, right? It would have been too hard for them. But does that mean that they didn't love that person? No, no. When my grandpa passed away, we had kind of like a celebration of life, and I was there when we buried the ashes, but then I wasn't there for the rest of it. I couldn't do it. I stayed in my room. What I'm getting from these together is you honor them in your own way, right? If we forced people to do things all in the same way, even if it's not healthy for them, that just doesn't make sense. It's the same thing with people eating the same diet. What works for me doesn't always work for you, okay? So it's you questioning, why do I feel this way? Why do I think this way? And again, you won't have to push for it because it will pop up, Sagittarius, okay? So the Spirit is saying we're going to bring things to your attention, and you will know when to think, maybe this isn't working for me, okay? Maybe this isn't working for me. Maybe there's another way. Maybe I can honor my grandfather in a different way than me being present at his celebration of life. And I do. I do it almost every day. And that's what works for me. So if you want to quit your corporate job and decide to become a painter and enjoy more time with your family, then do it. Who cares what the naysayers say? You know what? When people criticize us, to me, it's more of a reflection of their self-belief, their self-limitations than yours. And that's something that will pop up, right? That's something that we need to learn and that we will learn. But Sagittarius, whatever it is that you choose to do is going to be successful as long as you do it in your own way, right? As long as you listen to it. And they're saying there's nothing wrong with tradition. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it. If it feels good, then do it that way. But if there's a different method, honey, don't be afraid to step into that new version of yourself, that new method, and birth a new life for yourself, okay? All right, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I see you in the next one.